So today, in light of the fact that we are a spiritual community, a Sangha, it seems appropriate that we might ask and consider, what is spirituality? So spirituality is a belief in something beyond self and perhaps beyond the ordinary. So it begs the question, how are you incorporating spirituality into your life? Not the concrete practices or sadhana like breath work, the pranayama or meditation or quiet time or prayer, community service, spending time in nature, spiritual retreats, yoga, of course, belonging to a Sangha. These are all lovely, powerful experiences and tools. They're like the ingredients of an apple pie. I just love apple pie. It helps to have the basic practices or ingredients in place if we're aiming for a specific outcome. However, the deeper question is, are you embodying spirituality as a life force, as a guiding light in the darkest of moments, as an expression of your original essence of self? The you before life got a hold of you and planted pain, ideas, judgments, fears. So let's just take a moment and do this little exercise. Close your eyes, and I want you to hold in your imagination the apple pie. And I want you to have a sensation of, how is this apple pie tasting? Is it a decent or a fabulous apple pie? Does it have the right ingredients, the balance of sweetness and maybe a little saltiness or tartness? Is the pastry flaky as you taste it? Is it golden brown, not burned, not doughy, just the perfect balance of a pastry? Is it flaky? Is the filling, the syrupy filling, is it bubbly and cooked, but not too sticky, but not too runny? This is the experience of the individual flavors and qualities of this pie. Now, keeping your eyes closed, there is also a fuller experience of this pie. Savor the warmth of the pie, the melting vanilla ice cream on top, the smell of the apple pie, the memory of when and where you were as you ate this apple pie, the unquantifiable quenching of comfort food, the appreciation and memory for who may have lovingly prepared this pie, the preciousness of the ingredients. In this moment, you are embodying the experience of the apple pie in a fuller, more complex manner than simply the ingredients. Now open your eyes, and I'm sorry to not have an apple pie for you in this moment. In this experience, health, patience, calmness, clarity, resilience, these are byproducts of our spiritual practice. The tangible results from the doing of spirituality in your life. Super important. We do these because they create a container for us. So we are vigilant about this process. But life force, the alchemy of mystery, unity, the sense of interdependence that brings us to a heightened state of cooperation, the intangible qualities of aliveness, joyfulness, trust in the unknown, forgiveness, gratitude, selflessness, living the moments of collective synchronicity, knowing truth as a non-thinking, more abstract, less tangible, but no less of a truth about your life, about situations, about unfoldings. the feelings of awe and wonder, and deepening connections and compassion and empathy for others. Naturally seeking happiness beyond material possessions or other external rewards. Spontaneous understanding of life's meaning and purpose. Your dharma, why are you here? What are you offering into the world? And following the footsteps of death, incorporating the knowledge that we are dying moment by moment, and incorporating that journey into the journey of living. These are the essence of being the spiritual life, not practicing the spiritual life. So we want to move from the tangible experience of life to the intangible. We want to incorporate both. It isn't either or, because the tangible is governed by our mind and the intangible is held in our heart. So we talk about this all the time. We want to be living our life through our heart. We need to have instances where our mind is involved because it makes sense for it to be so. But we don't want to live the fullness of our life through our mind. So the intangibles are the I ams. I am joy. I'm not the practice that brings me to joy. I am joy. I need to do the practice because the practice is the cauldron. It holds things for me. But I am not the practice. I am joy. I am interconnectedness. I am forgiveness. It's not the practice of forgiveness. Yes, we must practice it. But until we own that I am forgiveness, the quality, the essence of me, I am not the ingredients of the apple pie. I am the experience of the apple pie. I am gratitude, not the gratitude journal. That's not to say we don't do the journal, but we get caught up in the tangible pieces of our spiritual journey, and we want to become that instead of the essence, which lies just underneath of the tangible. If we don't get this distinction, we miss the pulsing through us as a life force, the fiat of aliveness. This is what we're aiming for in the commitment that we make to a sadhana, because it brings us into that cauldron and allows us to have that experience. But we can get caught up in the action of that instead of the result of that. We want to be in this experience of aliveness where you're feeling every cell in your body is sparking. It's not an intellectual movement, but the ingredients must be there. So we have to take the responsibility for staying in our spiritual practice. What is the practice, the daily practice that allows you to fully feel this spark? Maybe that practice changes. Maybe the attunement to what's required in that practice needs to be part of your discernment. I hear so many people, and I know Siddhi can speak to this, who get caught in their spiritual journey of yoga and meditation and all the things, the mudras and the mantras and all the things we bring to you and Siddhi brings to you. And we just start feeling laden down by all of these different possibilities of things we should be doing. And now that becomes the focus for us. And we lose the tangible and intangible relationship, and we just stay in the tangible. We want to move it over from being what is just tangible to what is intangible, because joy cannot be articulated in a way that we can grasp. It's outside of grasping, because we are that. When we own that we are that, there's no more grasping. There's no more grasping. So I'd like to share an excerpt from a poem, a Hafiz poem from the book, The Gift, just a very short excerpt that I think illustrates this and it's just so sweet. I can see angels sitting on your ears, polishing trumpets, replacing lute strings, stretching new skins on the drum, and gathering wood for the evening's fire. They all danced last night, but you did not hear them. Don't miss the angels' voices, the sweetness of the unscripted mystery, the force of will, the fiat within you These are the actions of spirituality alive in you, the dance of spirits, the expression of aliveness. This is different from the action of taking care of our exercise of sadhana. Don't miss those voices. Don't miss that experience for the practice. Don't convince yourself that by the practice, you've reached it. We've just overlooked it. It's always there. But if the angels are sitting on your ears and yet we didn't hear them, what more can we ask for? We have to step underneath of the ingredients of what we have created in our life. We have to step underneath of that so that we can have this experience of the essence, the I am. So our affirmation for this week is, I am inhabiting spirituality. I'm going to post this. It's so simple. Inhabit it. Don't do it. The doing is all day long you do beautiful things that need to happen all day long. And sadhana is definitely one of those things we need to do every day. But that is not the place where we stop. Go underneath of that. Allow yourself to have a sense of a vibrancy that is the you who is I am. And spend time with that, because that will change your perspective and your experience and the result of all of this effort that we're putting in. I am.
Thank you, Nirmala. Now we're going into the doingness.
And it's important. I don't want to diminish that, but
No.
I don't stop with that. If we stop with that and we check it as a check on our checklist, I did that today, we miss the whole fruit of it. We miss the essence. Don't want to do that.
And I think it's important to really point out what I observe, how many people come from, like you shared, all the things they have to do, instead of increasing their beingness in the doingness. You know, so it's not really about that I add more and more different disciplines to my sadhana. It's more important that I sit in my sadhana with my beingness. And that could be a very simple practice. It doesn't have to be that we go, and Gabi knows, we don't have to get into a pretzel to become enlightened, you know? So, okay, I heard from some that they have back pain. So let's work a little bit on our spine this morning. Bring the back of your left hand at your lower back, right hand behind your neck, elbow out to the side. This is a mudra actually for back pain. So you want to have the emphasis of bringing your right elbow out to the side. Stay here with a straight spine, tuck your chin just slightly, bring your head back, lengthen your neck. And we stay here for 1 minute with long, deep breathing. So fill your rib cage, your chest. On the inhalation, exhale, let go. Visualize how you bring the exhalation out of your lower back, pulling the navel fully towards your spine. Fill yourself up and let go. Now gently switch the hand position. Left comes up, right goes back. Back of your right hand touches the lower back. So that's really important, because a lot of our back pains from a psychological point of view come from missing support, safety, security. So your hand is giving this sense of security and being held into your body and informs your body so that your body can relax. And even sometimes we hurt ourselves with our back by doing the wrong position or movement. And that too comes from that the back didn't have enough, like being held up in the right way. So it doesn't always have to be psychological. It can be just physical. Then now we switch hands again, but now your right hand and right elbow move over to your left knee, very gently. Inhale up, switch your hand position. Exhale, go to the opposite knee. Keep your sit bones on your chair or you're on the ground. Don't force, just gently open up. If we are in our spiritual search, always searching for more, it just is an expression that we come from a lack consciousness. That we either don't do enough or don't have enough. So we want to search more and more to fill that hole. What if we come from that we have enough and are enough? How would that impact our practice and our spiritual component? One more time to each side. Inhale and bring both arms up. Palms facing forward. Exhale, bring your hands onto the floor. Now arch your spine first. Walk your fingers away as far as you can. And then stay there, long, deep breathing. If you sit on the chair, just bring your arms out to the side. Let them hang in air, so to speak. Deep breath. See that you open the space around your right hip. Tuck your chin in slightly. We're unwinding the fascia. Good. Slowly walk your hands back towards your left knee. Come into a straight posture. Both hands go over to the right. And with our spiritual practices, it's not about how much we do, but how we do it. Are we really immersing ourselves? Or do we just want to tick off our spiritual agenda? Good. Now walk your hands into the center and then towards you. If you sit on the floor, bring your fingertips out in front. If you sit on the chair, have your hands on your thighs. And then arch here, look forward, curl your tailbone and let each vertebrae follow one at a time until you're fully round. And then you move from your pelvis forward. Inhaling. Exhale. So you're opening up towards yourself in this movement. Creating more space internally. Last 3 repetitions. So come up sitting straight, close your eyes for a moment, tuck your chin, bring your head back, just feel into your body. And then from here, we open our eyes, we interlace our fingers, palms facing down. Inhale, bring your arms over to the left. Reach up fully. Bring your arms over to the right. Big rotations. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pull a little bit on the left hand here when you're up overhead. A lot of our back pain has to do with that our lower spine is compressed. Last one into this direction. And sure enough, you go to the other side. You can close your eyes and just feel. Maybe you become aware of some areas in your body that feel uptight. Then take a moment, breathe in, breathe through, breathe out of them. Last rotation. And then bring your arms up. Reach up, palms facing towards the sky, the ceiling. And stay in this position for a minute. Long, deep breath. Imagine somebody's pulling on your hands. If we want to lift off the ground or off the chair. Breathing space between your vertebrae. Activating your lung meridian right now. Good, inhale, reach up. Have the palms touch. On the exhalation, bring your right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of your right knee, and look over your right shoulder. Be gentle if you have a back sensitivity this morning. Inhale up. Exhale, go to the other side. And continue. Inhale and exhale. One more time to each side. When we come to center, resting our hands onto our knees, closing our eyes, feeling into our spine, into the lower, mid, and upper. If one part of our back is compromised, it always affects all the other parts too. So let's bring our fingertips in front, open your eyes. Bring your elbows down and behind. So the emphasis is on arching here. Then I bring my elbows above my ears. I exhale and I round. My elbows touch in front. I inhale. Bringing my elbows all the way back, arching my spine, lifting my chin. Exhale, round chin to chest. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. One more repetition. And then sit straight again, hands back onto your knees, eyes are closed. Inhale through your nose, exhale, open mouth. So for those that can, come sitting on your heels with the big toes touching, not crossing. If you need to put a blanket or a pillow in between your buttocks, and it's good. Otherwise, you just sit anywhere you like. So sitting on the heels is really, that's a have to. Because it most likely prevents a lot of our knee replacements. It allows your spine, the lower spine, really to separate each vertebrae a little bit more, because your tailbone is hanging in between your heels. Yeah, so there's space. So this allows for the opening and the lengthening in your lower back. But if this is not accessible, then just sit the way you like. all of us bring our left hand back. The back of the hand touches the lower back. We go into Nadi Shodhana. So right hand in front of us. We're closing our right nostril with the thumb. We exhale through the left nostril. Inhale through the left. Closing the left nostril too. Opening the right. Exhale. Inhale right. Close the right nostril. Open the left. Exhale. And then continue this pattern. Inhale. Exhale. Go at your own pace. With the pranayama, we bring in balance. With our left hand, we bring in security and safety. Support being held. Keep your eyes closed. Keep moving your breath. When you come the next time, exhaling through your left nostril, you will rest your right hand into your lap on top of your left. Tip of your thumbs are touching Dhyana Mudra for meditation.